Hey, what's up? Mike Cee, I'm here. You know, I never went anywhere, but I'm here. You know, whatever. Anyway, we're gonna do something different today. I'm just gonna just show you some things I do in the studio. Just little tips, tricks, that I do. I think I'll share it with you guys. So, you want to learn something? Watch this. Check it out. Okay, so for today, I'm going to show you how I do vocals. It's going to be one of many episodes that I do. But anyway, we'll just start with backgrounds. Right now, what I do is I record a lot of background parts. I stack them. And like if you want a big sound, like when you're doing hooks and backgrounds, I stack everything in fours. Right now, I'm using Logic. So if you notice here, I'll solo out a couple tracks. It's a track we're working on with the James Douglas Show. I had James do some background vocals, and let me show you a little bit of what's going on here. The yellow ones, I have him singing low. The red ones down here, I have him singing high. And what I want to do is I want to have control over my background vocals altogether so I can use effects and stuff. So what I do is I make a subgroup. Let me stop this real quick. I make a sub mixer. And what I usually do is I'll go in and I'll create an auxiliary track. And let's make this a stereo. And let's create that. Oh, I think I just screwed that up, didn't I? That should be bus. Make it bus 2. And I usually name it my background sub. So it's a sub mix. And what I'm going to do is route all of my background vocals to that subgroup, so I can control it. So what I'll do is I'll highlight all my tracks, and then instead of it coming out of the main the stereo output, I'll send it to bus 2, which I just created, which is called the background sub. So now all of my backgrounds are coming out of my subgroup, and I'll play it here. I'll solo it out here. So all of the backgrounds are coming through there, so I can control it. Now the reason why I do that is because I can add effects, and usually what I do is I'll put some compression on it. I'm using my waves. I have the waves bundle, and with the waves bundle I use my SSL console here. I have little settings. A good thing, what I do is I make presets for my effects, what I use, and I have different settings that I use. And it's always good once you get a effect that you really like, save it as a preset. Then you can always pull it up and use it on that channel. So what I did here was I added a little compression, and I can also go in and EQ the vocals with my settings here with the EQ, and that way I'm not using up the whole each track, going through and EQing each track, because that uses up a lot of your CPU, the processor. So what I do is I do that, and now I've already, just to save time, I've set up effects. I have delays and reverbs and stuff, and I have them assigned to different buses, separate buses. Like this one, I have a delay, a tape delay, which is actually on bus 3. So what I'm going to do on my background vocals, I'll use my send, and I'll send it out to my delay. I'll solo it out here so you can hear how it works. See, there's a delay on there. So I'll just add a little bit in there to fatten it up. And while I'm at it, let's add some reverb, a little plate delay, or plate verb. Where is it? It's right there, bus 1. Add a little bit of that in there as well. Can hardly imagine. So fattens it up, gives a little space, fills it up in the track. Now the key with when you're dealing with effects and all of that stuff, you don't want to put too much in there because it can get a little crazy and it'll sound like a hot mess. So to stop having a hot mess, you want to just put just enough effect in there just so you can barely hear it, fills up the track a little bit, and makes everything sound cool. So basically, that's what I do. You can what's really cool is that, like, if you're doing mixes and someone asks you, well, I need a mix without the background vocals, it's very easy. Come back in, you can just mute the background track where you have your background, so it's just the instrumental. Or actually without the leads, or however you want to do it. Or if you're doing an acapella mix, you can just solo out those tracks with your lead vocal, and you got it. Alright, so that's my tip of the day. Alright, so every so often I'll throw a couple little things in there in the studio, little tips and tricks that I do. Hopefully it can help you out in the studio, and help you out production wise and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm out. Hit me up, call me, email me, Facebook me, whatever, say what's up to me, appreciate you guys, and for watching the show and all that stuff. And with that, I'm out. All right, later.